religiously affiliated, right? So there's a vast number of people in the world who believe in some form of religion. And then some of them believe that religion is what Paul Tillich, a German theologian, calls their ultimate concern. So we have over 80% saying that they're somewhat religiously affiliated, and let it be 60%, let it be 70%, but a lot of people are somewhat religious. And for some of them, it's the most important thing in their life. And when I interviewed religious people, Christians, Jews, Muslims, and so on, some of them say that religion and God is more important than their wife or their husband, right? So somehow religion is for some the most important thing in their life. It is relevant for many, and still it is a taboo topic in our research community. And that is unfortunate, because effectively what religion is, it is a social fact, right? And I think one takeaway, especially if you, Pouya mentioned that a couple of PhD students are also present. If you want to do research in this area, to communicate what you do is key. And it's oftentimes tricky because there is pushback when you mention religion, right? You might talk about spirituality, you can talk about other things, about emotions, but religion is the one topic which is somewhat tricky to touch. And I think it is key to establish upfront in articles and so on, religion is a social fact. It doesn't matter whether you, as an author, believe in God or not. Like I oftentimes say, and this is always, one has to be very careful, but it doesn't matter whether I believe in God or not. My research subjects, they believe in God, right? And because they believe, it's my obligation to do research on them and to understand how religion shapes their practices, their principles, their management behavior. So in a way then, what does that mean? When you try this topic of religion and management, it has many challenges, at the same time also many opportunities, right? And that's, I think, that's the beauty and the challenge of that topic. You will get reviewers, you will get people in the community who will look at you with a skeptical eye, right? They will frown upon the topic, they will ask you questions. I can tell you many stories I had when I talked about this research topic. People spoke to me in a negative way and so on. At the same time, others really said, this is really a key topic. It's a topic we haven't done much research about. It's so important, and very few people can actually engage with this topic, right? So that's the beauty about this. And I mean, as Pouya mentioned, the OMT Best Published Paper Award shows that actually scholars are more and more open for this topic, right? I mean, that means that, the award is given through a selection process for 3 committees, independent of each other. So lots of scholars have read the paper and said, this is still a paper we want to give recognition to. So this topic is now a topic we can actually kind of touch. A challenge there, I think, and I've reviewed many papers. I think a key challenge for especially younger scholars is that when they touch the topic of religion and management, they do it in a normative or in a prescriptive fashion. So what I mean with that is that when they speak about religion, they praise it, they like it, they show their positive attitude towards it. And while I understand that as an individual, you and others believe in a certain faith, it is important that one needs to write the papers in a way that it doesn't matter that one himself or herself actually believes in that religion, right? So one needs to write these pieces in a non-prescriptive fashion, in an analytical fashion. And what is beautiful, though, is by analyzing these things, practitioners can still learn a lot. So there is effectively a normative value in analysis, in descriptive work. And another thing which is, I think, important is there's a huge chance on this topic because it's not yet a crowded space. Few people have endeavored into this area of religion, and more of us are now trying to push this agenda, this topic. So we are, for instance, trying to have a call for papers for a special issue on religion and entrepreneurship, and there are others who are also trying the same thing. So this is a growing community, it's a growing topic, but the key thing is, I think, is how to approach that topic. I think that is very important.